This clip is brought to you by SaveWithConrad.com.
So listen, after this television taping, in front of a crowd of 3,725 people, you and Tully main evented the Greensboro Coliseum against who? The Rock and Roll Express. This one ended in a 60-minute time limit draw. What was it like to wrestle Ricky and Robert for 60 minutes? And how would you guys structure a match like this, knowing rock and roll like the quicker pace?
It helped being able to wrestle and chain wrestle and work holds. Wrestling an hour is very difficult from a cardio point of view, from a storytelling point of view, and most importantly, it's hard to keep the audience into a match for 60 minutes. That's where it comes in handy to have some stuff on your tool belt, being able to work body parts, being able to break a match down into 3 20-minute segments in your head and realize where you want to go for that 20 minutes and build to the next 20 minutes. And the most important thing of doing a 60-minute time limit draw is for the last 3 minutes to convince the audience it's not going to be a draw, which means you got to turn it on. And if you happen to be heels and you happen to be champions, you got to have those baby faces false finishing the shit out of you. Conversely, if you're a babyface champions, you got to have the heels trying to pull out every rotten thing they can think of for that last 3 minutes if you're going to keep the audience in tune that you're going to have a finish. And then when the time happens to run out, you're right in the middle of whatever your game plan was for that last 3 minutes. Then people are satisfied, they're excited, and they're exhausted, because there's not a lot of guys throughout the history of the business that can wrestle 60 minutes.
No way. And, so Arn, so you have that match, it goes to a draw, but you're a young man, as we talked about earlier at this point. You're 28 years old. You're moving on September the 19th. You're going on September the 19th, your last day as a 28-year-old, you're going to the Charlotte Coliseum, and it's against the Rock and Roll Express. And this is a taping here, the NWA Pro, NWA Worldwide. This taping would eventually show on television September 26th. But check this out. You have an hour-long program. We've got Ricky Morton. He's defeating Tully Blanchard, who had JJ in his corner, in a death match that went 20 minutes on television. The finish came after both men collided heads, and Morton returned to his feet before the standing 10 count. Despite the death match stipulations, there were several near-fall via pin attempts during the contest. Immediately after the bout, you ran out to the ring and hit Morton with the Gourd Buster. Morton was then double-teamed by you and Blanchard and repeatedly whipped with the belt until that prestigious UWF Western States Heritage champion, Barry Windham, ran out to make the save. We're going to pick this match up at the 18-minute mark, and I want to get your thoughts on this, Arn. Let's check it out. Arn, you're 28 years old. The last day is to a 28-year-old here.
Wow. No. It's another lifetime.
This is a death match.
Into the corner.
Death match is basically anything goes.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah, I would assume. I mean, it has to be.
I think it's just it's just like a fancy no DQ match.
It was the back of the head of Blanchard that hit Ricky Morton right in the forehead, and both men are dazed, turning on. Yeah, I heard that. They talk about the 10 count, David.
JJ.
He was a comedy show.
That's classic. That's so good. Trying to get a dead man back in the ring.
There's the knee to the kidneys. There's that gourd buster.
Nice bump, Ricky. Teddy, not again.
Teddy taking another bump. This should be the story of the show. Teddy Long gets beat up.
He's a bumping fool.
Yeah. You guys are such nasty heels. People
Look at
are
all
throwing
that
junk
trash
into the
coming in the ring. Man, they're pissed.
People are pissed. This is before the NWO days.
They love Ricky Morton. Jesus Christ.
You can hear girls screaming.
Oh, they're afraid for him. You know, he's like at this point, he's like a 12-year-old kid.
You were whipping him with that belt. I mean, he was getting.
You bet. If you remember back to this previous show, he walloped me a couple times with the belt.
When Tully Blanchard couldn't do it,
So there's a story
came
here.
in, and with the help of J.J. Dillon and Tully Blanchard, they took that belt out and started whipping him. Ricky Morton won the match, a one-fall death match. I think we got a little bit of what happened on tape. Let's take a look at it right now.
There's JJ giving birth again. There's a good shot of you coming in.
Yeah, that was a nice camera shot.
Yeah. What a red hot time.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back with more.
Oh, so good.
I bet
Arn,
it was a tough trip back to the locker room trying to get through that crowd, I'm sure.
The crowd, you could hear, like I said, you could hear girls' voices shrilling in the background because of what was happening to Ricky Morton getting hit with that belt. And if that wasn't enough action for the Charlotte crowd, we're in Charlotte. They were treated to two dark matches. The first was Dusty Rhodes and the NWA International Tag Team Champion Road Warriors defeating Lex Luger and yourself in a double bull rope match. Arn, do you have any thoughts on a bull rope match? How about a double bull rope match featuring one of the Road Warriors?
Couldn't I just found a building to jump off of? Come on. Bull rope,
Exactly.
bull rope meant there was a cowbell somewhere in the middle of that thing, and it was going to be banging off your head sooner than later. It was not something I look forward to for sure.
The second dark match featured Ric Flair pinning Ron Garvin in a no DQ match. No managers were allowed. He and Rick and Ron are in a vicious feud. We're going to see a change here coming up soon. Also on the 19th, Jim Crockett taped World Championship Wrestling from the Dorton Arena in Raleigh, North Carolina. And on this program, Arn, you and Tully took on Rock and Roll once again for the tag team titles. This was billed as a no disqualification match. This match went back and forth for 24 minutes. You and Tully gained the advantage when Gibson goes over the top rope. The beatdown on Gibson would continue for several minutes. Now it's his turn until Robert finally made the hot tag to Ricky Morton. And we're going to go to the closing moments of this one. Here we go. When you guys put in a hard day's worth of work, you guys put in a hard day's worth of work back in these days. Holy shit.
And loved every minute of it.
World Tag Team title right here on TBS. Now going over the double drop kick. Ricky trying to pin. Tommy Young was in the eye. The shoe on the back of the head. Tommy Young's turning around. Not now, no. 1, 2.
The dreaded JJ shoe. Wow. Oh, Earl. Stooge.
Yep.
Come on, Earl. Don't stooge it off.
This is Dusty Rhodes booking.
Continue the match.
That's right.
The match. I smell a fish somewhere.
Hebner.
Blanchard, Morton down on the floor.
Damn, Earl.
Anderson, Gibson.
Earl's been a part of so much classic wrestling.
Earl's a good man. He's a good friend.
There's you and Gibson.
Blanchard and Morton are fighting.
If you notice, there's nothing but concrete.
Nothing but, you're right.
There are no mats, no floors. That floor was
No padded
sweating.
walls to fall into.
No.
They've
And
lost all control of this match.
not much of a barricade to get back through to the locker room, which you never see. But look at that. I mean, there's somebody wants to step out, and stick a knife in you. They could.
There's nothing holding them back.
And it's dark. So that's chaos. That's kind of cool, not being able to see.
Yeah, you just look. You can see when they take pictures, you can see the flash come on, and you guys are still fighting. Thank God there's cops.
Listen to the crowd.
I know.
Just a steady roar.
Because Arn, it felt like it was a real brawl.
Yeah, it was.
A level of realism that can't be duplicated with all the music and flashlight, the lights and
Chaos.
yeah.
There it is. We're going to see the shoe come off. Tommy Young right now, he was raked in the eyes unintentionally. The shoe.
JJ with the most dangerous loafers in all of professional wrestling never fails to pop me.
And they didn't even have a penny in them. Just
No penny
standard
loafer.
loafers. Yes.
You have a little bit of that dusty finish there with the restart. This is here we go.
They cannot beat us. Try to use your shoe, but it don't work. I'm talking about, brother, if you want the Rock and Roll Express, it's going to take more than all four put together. We are here. We are the world champions, and we're going to stay that way. We don't care. You showed us everything that you had, but you could not beat the Rock and Roll Express. Right now, baby, the people stand behind us, and we stand for you. So you come on, baby. You see us right now. We're hot, and we're tired, but we're still bringing it to you. Right now, it shows you the fourth quarter, baby, and the fourth quarter is what's happening. We are here, and rock and roll is forever, and we still are the champions. Woo! You can feel the heat of the NWA. See you next week.
Thank you, Tony Schiavone. You can feel the heat. Listen, that was supposed to be a no DQ match. So the fact that they had to restart the match, anyway, it is what it is. It was entertaining as hell, and another J.J. Dillon classic moment on this week's episode, which we've seen a few of.
Even though it's your job to be a prognosticator and sort through all these mistakes, you're going to have to let this shit go, or you're going to have a heart attack.
I'm good. Hey, this is all history. But as I watch back now, wrestling Twitter would have had a meltdown at some of that. But this is fantastic. This is the storylines I grew up and loved.
Hey, it's Conrad Thompson. Thanks for checking out the podcast here on YouTube. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell so you get a notice anytime we upload some new content. And go save yourself some money right now. If you're in a 30-year loan or you have credit card debt, it's not a matter of if I can save you money. It's a matter of how much. Find out right now for free at SaveWithConrad.com.